If Clash Royale cards were teleported into real life, would they leave a positive or negative impact on society? My name is Will the Reaper, and that's what I will be determining in this video today. This idea was brought to us by a gentleman whose username is called Oh Bollocks, so thank you. I will pin your comment in the comment section of this video, so shout out to you. And as requested by another user called Koisar6M5, I will say the word Sean. So there you go, bro. You got your Sean in for the day. Let's get started. Skeletons. Skeletons would leave a positive impact on society. They're friendly. They're friendly creatures, and I think they, even though they would spook some people, it would be the next step into I don't know, biomedical technology, something like that. They could figure out ways to analyze these skeletons. That'd be really cool. Bomber. I think Bomber would also leave a positive impact as long as people can remove the bombs. You know, as long as they remove the threat. Yeah, scientists can discover how these skeletons are alive and stuff like that. Would be really cool. Goblins. Goblins are technically pillagers and stuff, so they would just hurt people. They'd probably get arrested or executed or something like that. They would not be good for society. The zap spell. I mean, the zap spell, if it was in society, I mean, it would be bottled, right? So maybe like certain like governments can use the zap spell, right? If there's a power outage in a city, they could just kind of zap it back to life. It'd be interesting to see how the zap spell would work as long as it doesn't cause too much destruction. So as long as people can harness the zap spell, I think it could leave a positive impact on society. Knight, the knight would leave a positive impact. Seems like a chill guy. He's just a knight. Same thing with archers. They're just people that defend the king, so they ultimately could protect other people, right? Maybe they become like enforcers or police officers or something like that. Positive impact. Minions only want to cause destruction. They would kind of, I think if minions existed in society, they would kind of be like an apex predator that would probably kill most ecosystems. So, yeah, that wouldn't be good. If arrows existed in real life, which surprise they already do. Yeah, as long as they're not fired at anybody or they're fired at like enemies or something like that, or you know maybe like a robber or something. You know, all the killers. I don't know, all the people on death row. I don't know. Anyway, positive impact. It's just arrows. People could do what they want with them as long as they're used for good. Cannon, positive impact. I mean, as long as no one fires it incorrectly, you know, to cause havoc. Positive impact. Tesla, same thing. Honestly, most of these buildings are going to leave a positive impact as long as they're harnessed correctly. Barbarians, I don't know. I think barbarians are kind of they're kind of like meatheads. They seem very aggressive. I honestly think they would leave a negative impact on society. I think they would just be like really mean. They'd probably be like Karens at like grocery stores. They probably wouldn't know how to like talk nice to people. Everyone would just hate them. Minion hordes go next to minions. Again, apex predators. They would just destroy everything. Tombstone, a tombstone could be positive if the government can control it properly. Musketeer would definitely be a positive impact. She kind of just goes along with the knights and archers, right? She would just do her job. She'd have to find places to do it with, to do her job. Valkyrie, now I don't think a Valkyrie is as aggressive as a barbarian. She seems very smart. So I think she would definitely leave a positive impact. Yeah, Hog Rider would leave a positive impact. I mean, I think he would be like a comedian or something. Everybody would love him. He can tame his hog pretty well. So as long as his hog doesn't go and like eat people or like people's pets, yeah, Hog Rider would definitely leave a positive impact. As long as the mini P.E.K.K.A. doesn't destroy things or spook anybody, yeah, he's a friendly guy. Definitely leave a positive impact. Fireball's negative. I mean, really, the only way fireballs can be used would just be like cause destruction. Maybe they could be used to like light up a stove, but with how fast a fireball is, right, how much destruction it leaves, there's no actual way that a fireball can be used effectively without destroying something. So for the most part, that's leaving a negative impact on society. I don't really know if a bomb tower would be that good. I mean, maybe it could be used in the war, but war is bad. I don't know. Negative impact, I guess, for the bomb tower. Goblin Hut would be negative because it would spawn goblins, and then the goblins would just immediately try to like steal or like kill people. They're plundering that's what goblins do. That's what they do in Clash of Clans. They plunder. So if you have a building that just spawns plundering people, like, no. Giant, okay, Giant could definitely, Giant, even though he seems slow and like, like he moves slow, and even though he seems like he's not like the smartest tool in the shed, um, no pun intended, Sabrina Carpenter, I feel like he could leave a positive impact. You know what I mean? Like his slow movement speed might like hinder certain tasks, but I feel like he would just be very friendly. He could definitely help people. Like if someone's stuck under their car, he could just lift the car up like that and save somebody. I don't know. Wizard would be positive. It would be cool. It's a wizard. You have a wizard. He would use his powers for good. Yeah. Inferno Tower. I don't really know about Inferno Tower. I think Inferno Tower. I mean, what can you even do with an Inferno Tower? Maybe his stuff has to get melted. Well, actually, hold on. If something has to get melted, right? Maybe it could be used at like a garbage dump that could just evaporate. But then if it evaporates something, it would just ultimately like pollute the air, right? Maybe it could be used as like a microwave, like something to cook. But then yet again, if the beam charges too much, yeah, I don't know. I think that would be detrimental. Rocket's definitely one of the most detrimental things on this list. I mean, it just literally it would have to be used in warfare. That's the only way a rocket could possibly be beneficial in this society. That's it. And even still, war is bad. So, like, yeah. Elixir Collector would be positive. I mean, yeah, scientists could research what Elixir is. They could lead into new developments in technology. It'd be awesome. Barb Hut, going next to Barbarians. Again, if they spawn certain units that I don't think would be good, then yeah, it'd have a negative impact on society. Mirror, if a mirror is just in real life, it'd just be a mirror. So that's cool. Who doesn't love mirrors? Rage spell would be negative. Rage spell would hurt many people. They'd probably cause everyone to like kill each other. So definitely not good for society. Skeleton army. Yeah, I mean, yeah, skeleton army is just like skeletons. They're all nice. They all seem like friendly guys. Yeah. Goblin barrel's negative, because the barrel would break and then the goblins would start pillaging. So plundering and pillaging. Baby dragon, as long as people could tame the baby dragon, positive impact on society. But if the baby dragon goes haywire later on, then not so much. But for right now, it's just a baby. So you'd have to get some people with some fireproof armor, put like a metal helmet on, tame that baby dragon. Free spell, I think free spell could be positive. Perhaps if temperatures get too high, like a certain like processing factor, like I know how to explain it. So you know how like ChatGPT, right? Every time someone says thank you to ChatGPT, kind of like burns up like a trillion like volts of electricity, right? And all that heating up is destroying the world. Because like the servers are getting so hot because you have to process so much. Maybe the free spell could be beneficial to that. I don't know. I think if used in the right hands, the free spell could be very good, which is a positive impact. Again, it'd be like the wizard, like new kind of science, even defying science, with the necromancy, it'd be really cool. Prince, I think Prince would just chill. That's it. Like he would just live about his life in luxury. That's it. Not really doing much. As long as he's a good prince, that's all that matters. Balloon, I don't think the balloon would be beneficial because there's bombs in it, and so it would have to be used for like warfare. So I'd say it'd be more like negative impact because you don't want to bring new harmful technology into wars, because then more things get destroyed. Yeah. Also, wouldn't be that good because what is this like this? I don't know, maybe 1800s or something like that. Like who's using a balloon? Uh, for warfare. Giant skeleton. Realistically, the second that bomb hits the ground, it's gonna destroy a lot of things. So negative impact. Unless they can find a way to safely remove that bomb, cause it to not ruin anything. Lightning. I'm not a huge scientist. I don't know a lot about weather science. I don't know if the lightning has a good purpose. I'll put it next to the zap because maybe it can be used to power stuff up. But I mean, unlike the zap, which is just like a small volt of electricity, the lightning is like destructive. Maybe they could harness it. I'll give it a chance. Expo, no, it's just a war machine. There's no point. P.E.K.K.A, she would just watch over Mini P.E.K.K.A and like catch fire butterflies. That'd be really cool. I don't know much about Golem. I I don't know. I What purpose would a golem have? Like, I think they're chill. I don't think they eat anything, so I don't think it'd be aggressive. But then again, like, what would be the sole purpose of a golem? I guess it would just chill, positive impact, as long as he doesn't hurt anyone. Royal John's going next to Giant. Yeah, as long as he doesn't point the cannon at anybody that's innocent or something like that. Like, positive impact. Yeah, they're Musketeers. They're going next to Musketeers. They just kind of do their job. That's it. Dark Prince. I know the Dark Prince is a good person. People have told me that he protects the royal recruits, which I guess in real life would be like police officers. So yeah, maybe it's like a vigilante like Batman. Poison spell is straight up warfare. We all know what happened in World War I and World War II. Yeah, this would be like mustard gas. There's no reason why we need mustard gas anywhere. Princess will be beneficial because it's a princess. As long as she's not a snob, as long as she's not a Karen, that's all that matters. Ice Wizard's going next to the Witch and Wizard. It'd just be more necromancy. They seem like they're using their powers for good. Fire Spirit, I don't know if a Fire Spirit would really have a positive impact. The second a Fire Spirit touches something, it causes it to go on fire. Maybe for like fire pits, I don't know. Maybe if you could like make fire spirits and then throw them into fire pits, that'd be cool, I guess. I don't think those fire spirits themselves are like nefarious. They seem like chill creatures, so they'd have to be harnessed. Furnace, same thing. The furnace, I think the furnace isn't. I think the furnace is a good person. So you know, positive impact guards. I mean, positive impact. They're just like skeletons, but they want to protect things, so it should be cool. Miner, the miner would literally just dig. The miner could actually probably get a job as a miner. Maybe for like a landscaping company, something like that. I don't know. Sparky, I don't really see a point in keeping around. It would take up a lot of space, and yeah, that bolt of electricity could deal a lot of damage. And unlike the lightning and zap, it's not like it's a spell that can be like easily contained. The second that Sparky thing fires up, it's just gonna destroy and destroy and destroy. Um, yeah, and I don't think unless there's a way to shut off the Sparky, it would just be a negative impact. Lava Hound, I mean, here's the thing, those lava pups spill fire everywhere, so they could destroy ecosystems. I'm gonna put that next to Baby Dragon, and as long as the lava mountain can be tamed, it would be beneficial for society. Ice Spirits go next to Fire Spirit. I mean, yeah, maybe the Ice Spirit could be helped for cooling, you know, kind of like the freeze spell. But yeah, people would just have to find a way to use Ice Spirits properly. Bowler would just bowl. Who doesn't love a bowler? I bowl all the time. I'll go bowling with the bowler. Positive impact. Who doesn't love bowling? Now the log. I mean, the log itself is useful for like fire and wood, but I don't know why you'd have it with spikes. I think that's destructive. That's negative impact. Lumberjack, negative impact because yes, lumberjacks are good for society, but he is a raging alcoholic and he might do some nefarious things. Negative impact. Snow Golem, positive impact. Seems like a nice person. People would have to find a way to make sure that the Snow Golem doesn't melt in the sun. Mega Minion pointing next to the minions. Again, absolute apex predator, terror from the skies. Ecosystems have no chance of surviving. Inferno Dragon pointing next to regular dragon. Again, if the Inferno Dragon can be tamed, positive impact. Graveyard spell, I mean, it would just summon skeletons, which I don't think would hurt anybody. They seem like nice people. So I guess it'd be positive impact. Elite Barbarians, but even stronger and more aggressive, I guess. So, no. Unless like the bromance between the two Elite Barbarians is so strong that they're not going to hurt anybody or like be mean, then they'd have a positive impact, but they are barbarians. Yeah. Tornado spell is negative. There's no reason a tornado should exist. It'd be very destructive. Clone spell, depending on what they clone, as long as it's not like a war machine, very impactful. This would be a huge break in technology and engineering. So yeah, that'd be awesome. And chemistry. It'd technically be chemistry because it's a liquid. Electro Wizard, he'd be like an electrician. That's really what it would be. It'd be cool to have an Electro Wizard. Goblin Gang, again, they're getting arrested and shot or something like that. I don't know. They would be pillagers. Dark Goblin, I don't know what a Dark Goblin would do in society. If he hangs around the other goblins for bad purposes, which it might do, then negative impact. Otherwise, he would just kind of exist. A battering ram really would just be destructive. It would be used to just break down doors, which unless it could be recruited by like the FBI as to break down like criminals' doors, like I don't really see a purpose. Actually, I guess a battering ram, right? I mean, even though it causes destruction, like if it's used by like the FBI, then positive impact, and only that. Otherwise, negative impact. Executioner, um, well, I mean, I don't know what their methods on death row are now. There's kind of like the electric chair, I think beheading, unless he goes to other countries, which I think still do beheadings. Like that'd be the only way the executioner could find a job. I guess it'd be a positive impact. I don't know how many people want to be an executioner. So maybe you could fill that role in another country or something like that. I don't know. Bats, as long as they're with other bats and they don't like eat the other bats, they're not an apex predator. Positive impact, I guess. Bats are cool. Heal spirit would definitely be beneficial. Um, I'd be sad to see the heal spirit go, but if he jumps on someone that's like critically injured and then heals immediately, it'd be amazing. Bandit is a criminal. Bandit would want to steal, right? So she would get arrested like the goblins and stuff. So yeah, Night Witch. Night Witch would be positive. She would summon bats, which is cool. And again, I don't think she's a bad person. I think she would definitely want to help out and stuff. That staff is cool. Skeleton barrel. I don't know what a skeleton barrel would really do. I think it would have a negative impact, right? Because if the balloons get popped, it could crush somebody. There's really no purpose. Like unless it's used for warfare, like a Trojan horse. But again, war is bad, so negative impact. I really don't know what purpose a flying machine would do other than to just shoot at things, kill enemy soldiers, which again, we don't want war breaking out. We don't want new technology to become the meta in today's society, because that would just bring more destruction. Cannon cart, I don't know. I mean, listen, cannon carts can be used in warfare, but like they're just gonna get destroyed immediately. So like cannons would just be cool. I think cannons would just be put in like a museum or something, or maybe like at the Super Bowl, right? Instead of fireworks, they shoot off a bunch of cannons. That'd be cool. Positive impact if used properly. Mega Knight's getting arrested. Literally just has a bunch of weapons for hands. And he'd be a menace to everybody. He definitely would not be the one to wait in line at like a Costco or ShopRite. He's gonna be smacking everyone out of the way. Absolute menace. Negative impact. Zappies, I feel like Zappies would work with the Electro Wizard like an electrician, or they could be used to power up certain things. I think it'd be a positive impact. Barbarian Barrel, I mean, barbarians would not be good for society. They'd be aggressive. So if you put a barbarian in a barrel, it would be nothing. Hunter would be positive. I think he would just hunt. That's it. That'd be cool. I think Royal Ghost, I mean, realistically, the Royal Ghost can't be seen or touched until it hits something. So maybe he hits like a tree and then becomes like in form, like physical. I don't know. He looks kind of sad, but it doesn't seem like he's vengeful. So positive impact. Part of the Forest Gang, Magic Archer is gonna get arrested. Negative impact. Rascals, part of the Forest Gang, they just want to steal. Arrested. Negative impact. Snowball, who doesn't love a snowball? Positive impact. Because yeah, snowball's fun. As long as the snowball isn't so huge that it would kill people. Positive impact. Perhaps if there's like a really like hot area, like the not the Dead Sea, what is it, the Death Valley, right? If creatures are dying, they could just put the snowball there and temporarily cool off the place for like 10 seconds. Where recruits, they'd be like enforcers in today's society. They'd be positive, as long as they don't abuse their power. um Royal hogs are they're just swines. They would just be pigs. Positive impact. Who doesn't love pigs? Now here's the thing. Goblin giant, right, would just be a father protecting his two children on his back. I don't know if the two children on his back though would be like kind, or if they would kind of be like the other goblins and would just want to plunder. So because of the goblins on his back, possibly pillaging and stuff, I don't think that the goblin giant would be a positive impact. The giant himself would, but if the giant has to come with the two goblins on his back, no, because they would tell the giant to do like, oh, go like break into that store and take all the gold. So Electro Dragon, again, if it's tamed, which the Electro Wizard would tame it, positive impact. Ram Rider, I mean, Ram Rider seems like a very kind person. Yeah, she would just ride the ram and, I don't know, live, positive impact. Skeleton barrels, I mean, the barrels are full, no, it's explosives. We don't need that. It's more warfare. Earthquake spell, definitely one of the biggest detrimental things. No one needs an earthquake in the slightest right now. Goblin cage. I know that the goblin's in there to go. I know that the goblin accidentally was in there to go find his wife. So in that case, right, if the goblin's only in there to find his wife, then positive impact, right, it'd be a nice romance. But if the goblin that's actually in that cage is a criminal, obvious negative impact. But I'm gonna give this guy a chance. Fisherman with just fish, that'd be cool. Elixir golem, I don't know. If the elixir golem gets captured and observed by like scientists, that'd be cool. But I mean, the elixir golem likes punching things, so it'd be destructive, negative impact. Battle healer is a healer, could be a part of like a first aid squad, positive impact. I don't know, firecracker. I mean, I'm gonna put her next to musketeer in the fact she would just shoot things, but like, what could she possibly do with that rocket launcher? I don't know, man. I I don't know. Maybe she's in the military with like a rocket launcher. I I don't know. I don't know. Positive impact, I guess. Sorry, that was a bad one. I guess she positive. I don't know. Royal delivery. I mean, as long as it doesn't break stuff the second it hits, it's just basically you spawn in an enforcer, like you spawn in a police officer. Uh, yeah, I guess positive impact. Skeleton dragons, similarly to the other dragons, find a way to tame them, then that'd be cool. If not, negative impact. Electro Spirit, along with the other spirits. Yeah, I feel like they'd have a good. I feel like the Electro Spirit have a positive impact. Electro Giant, on the other hand, maybe it becomes a technician or something like that. But other than that, I don't know. We don't need to be shocked, everybody. Mother Witch, I'm gonna put next to the Witch Wizard, Ice Wizard, etc. It'd be cool. She could turn things into hogs. As long as she doesn't turn people into hogs, she'd have a positive impact. And yeah, maybe she'd tell some nice stories around the campfire and bakes us cookies or something, but I'm giving her a chance. She seems sweet. Goblin Drill, there would be no point in that. Negative impact. Golden Knight, well, Golden Knight's just a prideful person. Um, he inspires other knights, but realistically, like, would we want somebody that just gloats all the time? Is that really something positive? I don't know if you guys have a friend that kind of just gloats all the time. I'm thankful enough that I don't, but if you guys know somebody that all they do is just brag and flex on everybody, no one really likes them. That's not a positive impact on society. The only thing is that the Golden Knight is cool enough to back it up why everyone loves him, but again, he is kind of just somebody that just gloats, and that'd be annoying to always have someone that showboats all the time. But if he inspire, no, actually, negative impact, negative impact. All he does is just, no, he muse. He does 6-7. He muse. I guess positive impact. I'm reading way too much into this. Archer Queen positive. Be awesome to have royalty, in society. Skeleton King. Skeleton King is death incarnate. Um, as long as he makes sure to like maybe harvests like dead animals or something and can bring them back to life. I don't know what he does. I feel like it'd be cool to see what he does. Mighty Miner would just mine, positive impact, as long as he doesn't like do fracking or something like that, positive impact. Phoenix is just a bird that rises from ashes. Kind of feel bad. Honestly though, if the Phoenix just spews fire everywhere, I don't know if that's really great to have around. Negative impact. Monk, cool. He could teach like Taekwondo to like a bunch of kids. That'd be cool. Positive impact. Little Prince, I don't. Little Prince, negative impact. It'd be cool to have a prince, but he is just kind of a snob, right? Like no one would like him. He'd be like a rich friend to like a bunch of other kids, but he'd just be like a jerk. Negative impact. He would drive his parents crazy. Void spell, negative impact, just destruction. Goblin, Demolisher, negative impact. I mean, it just throws fireworks or firecrackers everywhere. Not good. It's a curse. Goblin curse is a curse. Negative impact. Goblin Machine, the Tinker. He seems like a very sweet guy, very smart. Maybe if he goes to like MIT and becomes a good person, very positive impact. For engineering and technological advancements. Um, Suspicious bush is just negative. It's a suspicious bush. No one wants. I like the shrubbery in my house already. I don't need a suspicious looking bush. Goblin Stein, similarly to the Goblin Machine, like he would just be a mad scientist, but as long as he doesn't cause destruction. Well, hold on. Goblin Stein made a monster that would cause. No, never mind. Sorry, you made a monster that causes destruction and can also connect with you to just zap anything in its path. You're a destructive guy, Goblin Stein. I don't want you. Rune Giant's positive. She would boost people. Be awesome. Berserker, negative impact. She would go insane. Queen of all criminals, Boss Bandit, negative impact. I don't know enough about the Spirit Empress. I think she's chill. I don't think anything would happen. Vine spell. I think vines are a detriment to ecosystems. I forgot what they're called, like an invasive species, so we don't want vines near us. The tower troops. Yeah, they'd all be positive. I mean, they all just love protecting things. Royal Chef can cook some nice pancakes. And that's it. I don't want to go into Evos because that'd be like the same thing. And then obviously heroes would all be positive. Oh my god, look at that. They have the Hero Wizard and Hero Ice Golem. Oh my god, this is how the meta's gonna be? This is how the meta's gonna be, guys. This is gonna be amazing. Yay. Oh my god. Anyway, that is how I imagine the impact of each Clash Royale card if they became things in real life. So if you guys agree with this video, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And actually, one more thing. Mortar is a war machine. Negative impact. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing as it truly helped me out a lot. And if you guys agree or disagree with this video, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But till then, I'll see you on the next video. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.